Popping peas is what we're talking about today. It's nothing to do with the small green vegetable, but these are plosives or pops. So plosives, the name for the small blast of air that hits the microphone when you say words starting with the letter P. Okay, put your hand in front of your mouth, about an inch or so away, and say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked. Yeah? Microphones are sensitive to these sounds in a similar way. That rush of air can cause a distortion of the sounds to the listener, either live or on a recording, because of how those blasts of air are picked up by the microphone. P, like that. P, like that. And you remember we looked at plosives and how they're formed way back in the section on diction around about a year ago. Some letters are formed with that small burst of air, the P's and the B's specifically, as opposed to sibilants, which we're going to be talking about in a couple of days, which are the S sounds. So it's a matter of, well, you can't really avoid doing the P's and the B's, so you can avoid having those sounds, those small rushes of air being picked up by the microphone. How do you do that? Well, okay, this is how you do it. Well, in fact, let's do it the other way around. This is why you shouldn't do it, because it's really difficult to fix this kind of distortion in a recording. And you can try reducing the level of that millisecond, removing it altogether, running that section of audio through an audio production program like Izotope.com, which you may want to look at. The link is in our show notes, Izotope. But you can cut the chances of popping peas in the first place by doing several things. Oh, it's our good friends, the headphones. Because if you're wearing headphones, you know that peas are being popped in the moment, and you can take steps to stop it happening. You can say sounds a little bit more softly is hint number 2. You can back away from the microphone. You can turn the microphone at an angle so you're not speaking directly into it. And also having a pop shield in front of the microphone. Guess what that does? Yeah, it shields your microphone from pops. Whether one of the gauze ones which are attached to the outside of the mic or foam slipped over the mic's head. There's much more I can talk about pop screens and filters, and I'll do that tomorrow as Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart. See, I've got a problem with my name, haven't I, with Peter Stewart. So it's a good job that I turn my head away when I say my first name, and it's a good job I don't have a lisp for my second name.